I don't think he considered the slew of factors we, just on our little mindful podcast, brought up today, of using the movie, of what it means for a woman to shave her head in our modern society and to wear it naturally. No wig. A lot of guys can't even do that. Toupees and hair plugs and all sorts of crazy stuff, yeah? But in my closing vibe today, who I really want to talk about is Will Smith. Because these actions, while I'm not going to necessarily condone violence, this showed me a side of him I don't think we've ever seen. Changed the way I looked at him. Because what I saw in him is what I have seen in so many people, what we've all seen in so many people since the quarantines kicked in. His journey is different, mind you, but whatever he lost over these last 2 years, whatever he experienced, he felt it and is still feeling it. They are still living through it. And what we watched was a man who was at conflict with victory during what seems to be that time of loss and struggle for him and his family. And so he talked about a call to a higher purpose, a call so many of you have heard in the last 2 years. A call to serve, a call to help for change, whether it be yourself, family, something larger. In each of these ideas, in each of these thoughts, in each of these desires is this desire to have a more authentic you come forward, expressed from the point of view of an actor. The pain and the process of life expressed through an actor. We like to say, oh, they have money, therefore they don't have problems. And yes, they have the ability to fix problems that people without money don't. Or can't. Can't. I think I meant to say don't have the ability to. But that doesn't mean that they don't mourn, that they don't feel depression, that hard times don't come across. They don't have disappointment. They are not they. They are us, human beings, you and I. They are a part of this journey, a part of our journey. And so as he tearfully spoke about this draw, this pull, and a resistance, this Garden of Gethsemane moment of almost not wanting to heed the call, to the journey, the hero's journey, as it were. And ultimately accepting it. What it shows is so many of us came alive in the last few years. So many of us saw through a lot of the illusions that we had built up around ourselves and had been built up around us. They were necessary for us to push ourselves out of bed and sacrifice our health and our time and our relationships to the pursuit of, if we're still after it at this point, we're certainly questioning what it is that we were pursuing. And that call, and with many of us being faced with mortality in a real way, both around us and at risk ourselves, it wakes you up. Life becomes fragile and therefore precious. Authenticity, feeling and living in a way that is fulfilling, comes to the forefront. And that is so much different than the world we used to live in. And so many of us are feeling that call to something greater, something bigger than ourselves. And many people, let us not forget, who would levy the do as I say, not as I do, well, the doers that we're busy doing now want to do on a grand level. And the sayers, they never did enough to speak a bigger game. And I wonder if that's where it's coming from. The cry of all of us feeling held back for artificial reasons. Artificial and unnecessary reasons. And that call, that cry to do something more, do something better, is breaking the chains of that artificiality. I don't know. Tell us in the comments. But that was the feeling I got as I watched him deliver that very tearful and soulful speech. Now, I know the big story is about the slap. But if you watched it, like I said, I don't condone it, and I'm disappointed it happened. Am I mad at Will? Nah. Is Chris lucky it didn't go further? Yeah. Thank you for joining me on the ChiCast today. I'm your voice of mindfulness, Marcus Julian Carbo. And if you want to burn a little midnight oil in the comments section, do so by telling me some of the stereotypes about others and yourself you've discovered and let go over time. Did something happen later? Did something happen which changed your perspective? Or did you learn a piece of information, have an experience internally which turned a light bulb on? And by all stereotypes, I mean all stereotypes. Cats, cowboys, fans, cows, vacation planners, travel agents we used to call them, right? Vacation planners. Kids these days. Let me know in the comments, as always. And then follow us on Facebook and TikTok at With Marcus, and on Twitter and IG at With_Marcus. And then, of course, join these amazing people over on Patreon. And allow me to say thank you to them for being the first to join the community while we get the lights just right. And we hit our patron goals, and helping us hit our patron goals. And as we do so, we'll add more benefits, behind the scene access alongside classes, some after hours things, and deeper dives into your own mindful fitness adventure. As always, links are in the description below. But remember, no matter what goes on, the answer to life's greatest question is almost always more push-ups. Until next time, peace and love.